वल्लवेश शूनु सर्ववांछितार्थ साधिका वल्लवेश शूनु सर्ववांछितार्थ साधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका पौरविंद कांति निंद चित्रपट साथिका पौरविंद कांति निंद चित्रपट साथिका कृष्णमत्त भृंग केलि फुल्ल पुष्प वाटिका कृष्णमत्त भृंग केलि फुल्ल पुष्प वाटिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमात्म पद्म बंधु राधिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमार्थ पद्म बंधु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका सौकुमार्य सृष्ट पल्लवालि कीर्ति निग्रह सौकुमार्य सृष्ट पल्लवालि कीर्ति निग्रह चंद्र चंद्र नोत्पलेन्दु सेव्य शीत विग्रह चंद्र चंद्र नोत्पलेन्दु सेव्य शीत विग्रह स्वाभिमर्श बल्लवीश कामताप बाधिका स्वाभिमर्श बल्लवीश कामताप बाधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका विश्ववंजयौवताभिवंदिता पिया रमा विश्ववंजयौवताभिवंदिता पिया रमा रूपनव्य यौवनादि संपदान यत्तमा रूपनव्य यौवनादि संपदान यत्तमा लीलाहाद लीलया च सायतोऽस्ति नाधिका लीलाहाद लीलया च सायतोऽस्ति नाधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दास्तु राधिका रासलास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता रासलास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणालि मंडिता। प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणालि मंडिता। विश्वनव्य गोपयोषि दालितोऽपि याधिका। विश्वनव्य गोपयोषि दालितोऽपि याधिका। मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदासदास्तु राधिका। मह्यमात्मपादपद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। नित्य नव्य रूप केलि कृष्ण भाव संपदा। नित्य नव्य रूप केलि कृष्ण भाव संपदा। कृष्ण राग बंध गोप यौवतेषु कंपदा। कृष्ण राग बंध गोप यौवतेषु कंपदा। कृष्ण रूप वेश केलि लग्न तत्समाधिका। कृष्ण रूप वेश केलि लग्न तत्समाधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। अशेदकंपकंटकास्तु गद्गदादि संचिता। अशेदकंपकंटकास्तु गद्गदादि संचिता। वर्ष हर्ष वामतादि भावभूषणांचिता। वर्ष हर्ष वामतादि भावभूषणांचिता। कृष्ण नेत्र शोषि रत्न मंडनालिदाधिका। कृष्ण नेत्र तोषि रत्न मंडनालिदाधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदास्तु राधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। या क्षणार्ध कृष्ण विप्र योग संततोदिता। या क्षणार्ध कृष्ण विप्र योग संततोदिता। नेक दैन्य चापलादि भाव वृंद मोदिता। नेक दैन्य चापलादि भाव वृंद मोदिता। यत्न लब्ध कृष्ण संग निर्गताखिलाधिका। यत्न लब्ध कृष्ण संग निर्गताखिलाधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। मह्यमात्मपाद पद्मदासदस्तु राधिका। Ninth one is the Falasruti, means what is the blessings of Krishnadas Kaviraja by reciting this Radhika. You get the message of Radharani He will engage us in the stories of Lord Ashtakena Yastvanena Nauti Krishna Vallabham. Ashtakena Yastvanena Nauti Krishna Vallabham. Darshane Pishaila Jadi Yoshidali Dullabham. Darshane Pishaila Jadi Yoshidali Dullabham. Krishna Nanganan Krishna Sanga Nanditatma Dasa Siddhu Bhajanam. Krishna Sanga Nanditatma Dasa Siddhu Bhajanam. Tam karoti Nanditali Sanchayasu Sajanam. Tam karoti Nanditali Sanchayasu Sajanam. Mayyamatma Pada Padma Dasa Dastu Radhika. Mayyamatma Pada Padma Dasa Dastu Radhika. Mayyamatma Pada Padma Dasa Dastu Radhika. Radhika Mayyamatma Pada Padma Dasa Dastu Radhika. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Jaya Radha Radhanata, Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jaya Gora Hari. Gora Hari, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya. Yom Shva Paranza Parivraj Kacharya Stotra Rishata Srimad Divine Grace of Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Samahara Prabhupada Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai Namacharya Sridhar Thakur Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasad Gaur Bhaktam ki jai Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai Sri Giral Govardhan ki jai Gaur Hari ki jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Love all Gurus to assemble duties. All Gurus to Guru and Gaurang, all Gurus to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. The back side is the translation. Read it. As splendorous golden complexion steals the pride of a golden lotus flower, anointed with a tinge of red kumkum, her sweet fragrance mocks the flame of aroma of a lotus flower, sprinkled with a saffron powder. She is fully qualified to fulfill the desires of the son of the king of cowherd men. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet. Read, one, read it. Turn by turn, one. Number 4. Five. Seven. Last is the benediction of reading this glorification of Radharani. It is very difficult for Parvati. Second line says, Shailajadi Durlabham. Shailaja means daughter of Himalaya mountain. Shaila means mountain. The daughter of the mountain is Parvati. Parvati meaning also. Parvati means it is the mountain is called. So it is very difficult for Parvati and other exalted goddesses to attain even a glance of a glimpse of Srimati Radharani, who is dear to Lord Krishna. But if someone glorifies her by reciting these 8 verses, then he who is delighted by Krishna's continuous association will grant the sweet nectar of her personal service to that person, who thereby enters the assembly of her similarly delighted girlfriends. Means one can get the association of all Radharani's friend Ashtasaki and Gopi. Gopi means pure devotee. And they are Ashtasaki is pure elevated devotee. There is no contamination. Correct. Practice it. Radhashtami time is all sing and glorify. Anytime we can do it. Yasyanuභāvamakala krutisaramekam adhyatmadīpamatitīshitāṃ tamondam samsārinām karunayāha purānagumyam samyāsasunumupayāmi gurum munīnām Nārayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim yasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama-shloke bhakte bhavati naistiki Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Today's Bhagavatam verses, the papers are there, due to everybody. Bhagavatam verses. This paper collect. This paper collect all this. Today we'll discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam 4th chapter. Patadhi vidushita devai patadhir patadhir asahishnubi asahishnubi ya narada vachas satyam nagrahisam asattamah matirvibhushita devai patadhirasahishnubi patadhirasahishnubi asahishnubi yonarajavatasyaam yonarajavatasyaam nagrahishamasatama nagrahishamasatama matirvidushita devai patadhirasahishnubi yonarajavatasyaam nagrahishamasatama matirvidushita devai patadhirasahishnubi yonarjavatassatyam nagrahishamasatama te vidushita devai vidushita devai patadhirasahishnubi yonarjavatassatyam nagrahishamasatama vidushita devai patadhirasahishnubi yonarjavatassatyam nagrahishamasatama vidushita devai patadhirasahishnubi yonarjavatassatyam nagrahishamasatama. The Padma Puran, where the glorification of Bhagavatam is mentioned, chapter 3, Sanak Sanatan Sanat Rishi, the first created living entity in the universe, sons of Brahma, they say that anyone reading one verse a day, even a half verse, he says, Ardha Shlokam Chatuspada, even anybody reading one verse a day regularly in a fixed time, going back to Vaikuntha is guaranteed. And I was thinking how it is possible. But when you think it, how many verses are there in Bhagavatam? 18,000. And you read one a day, how many in a year? 360? It means 3 years you complete 1,000 verses. Is it? Approximately. 1,000 verses, 3 years. 18,000 verses, how many years takes? 54 years. 50 years you are reading, reciting one verse every day, and the mantra being each verse is a mantra. Because it is directly written or spoken by Lord Krishna. There is none but Vyasa. Vyasa Maharshi is the literary incarnation of Krishna. There is no difference between Vyasa and Krishna. One difference. Because the words of the Lord are the Vedas. What is Veda? Veda Narayana Pustaka. The words of the Lord are called Veda. And it is the Veda of Bhagavatam because its potency is there. That's why Every verse is called mantra. It is deliver the mind with material existence. If 50 years you are reciting a verse regularly, do you think you can't go to Krishna? 100%. And it's a benediction. And I was thinking maybe that's a Srila Prabhupada given a variety of activities. Getting up in the morning, Mangalarati, then engage in chanting and addressing the Lord. Then everyday Bhagavatam. Different activities it is. Only chant 24 hours. We are not in that position to chant 24 hours. Can you? After 18 rounds, 16 rounds, we hang the mala somewhere. But change of activity. Chant, kirtan, glorification, hearing Bhagavatam. This will help us to constantly remain in thinking of the activities of the Lord. That itself purifies. Mind cannot be idle. It is not possible to keep the mind. No, we cannot say, oh, I keep my mind idle, forget it. Nobody could control the mind. What we, Arjuna, I can control the wind, not the mind. Lord Krishna also says, Asamshaya Mahabhavo Manodinigraham Chalam. It is very, no doubt it is very difficult to do, but by the practice. Abhyasena Kunteya Vairagya. By practice and getting detachment, one can control the mind. Detachment comes by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. That's why in the beginning of the Bhagavatam itself first defined the dharma, then how one can get that detachment from the material world. To say detach is very easy, but practically not easy. Because the material world, the potency of the Lord. That's why in the beginning said, Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janati Asvairagyam. So the easiest process for getting detachment from material existence is serving the Lord with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. This is easiest. So, here today, this one, Matihi, repeat with me, Matihi, intelligence, Vidushita, contaminated. Repeat, for you it is. Devai, by the demigods. Patadbhi, who will fall down? Asaishnuta, bhi, intolerant. Yeah, I, who, Narada, of the great sage Narada. Vachaha, of the instructions. Tatyam, the truth. Na, not. Agrahisam, could accept. Asattamaha, the most wretched. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Repeat with me, the translation repeat with me. Since all the demigods who are situated in the higher planetary system will have to come down again, they are all envious of my being elevated to Vaikuntha Loka by devotional service. These intolerant demigods have dissipated my intelligence, and only for this reason could I not accept the genuine benediction of the instructions of sage Narada. Very important. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. As shown by many instances in the Vedic literature, when a person undergoes severe austerities, the demigods become very much perturbed because they are always afraid of losing their post as the predominating deities of the heavenly planets. It is known to them that their position is the higher planetary system is impermanent, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, Chene Punyam Ruchulokam Vishanti. It is said in the Gita that after exhausting results of their past activities, all the demigods who are inhabitants of higher planetary system have to come back again to this earth. It is felt that the demigods control the different activities of the limbs of our body. Factually, We are not free even in moving our eyelids. Everything is controlled by them. Dhruva Maharaja's conclusion is that these demigods, being envious of his superior position in devotional service, conspired against him to pollute his intelligence. And thus, although he was disciple of a great Vaishnava, Narada Muni, he could not accept Narada's valid instructions. Now, Dhruva Maharaj regretted very much that he had neglected these instructions. Narada Muni had asked him, why should you bother about insult or adorations from your stepmother? He, of course, said to Dhruva Maharaj that since Dhruva was only a child, what did he have to do with such insult or adoration? But Dhruva Maharaj was determined to achieve the benediction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore Narada advised him to go back to home for the time being, and in mature time he could try to practice devotional service. Dhruva Maharaj regretted that he had rejected the advice of Narada Muni and was adamant in asking him for something perishable, namely revenge against his stepmother for her insult and possession of the kingdom of his father. Dhruva Maharaj regretted very much that he could not take shelter of seriously the instructions of his spiritual master, and that his consciousness was therefore contaminated. Still, the Lord is so merciful that due to Dhruva's execution of devotional service, he offered Dhruva the ultimate Vaishnava goal. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chachurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangham Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Devataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyameshwaram Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanatam Tam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's a continuation of yesterday's discussion. A couple of them are new. So, Dhruva Maharaj decided to go to the forest at the instructions given by his mother, who said that go to forest, you will find Vishnu somewhere. Everybody goes to forest. So they search in the forest. So you also go to forest, you will find Vishnu. You ask him benediction. Huh? So, as the advice of mother is the first to go. Scriptures also say, because from the childhood we are taught, everything is taught by mother. Komarat acharit prajna dharman bhagavataniha. Prahlad Maharaj says that children should be taught. Komara means up to the age of 5, it is called Komara. 6 to 10, Pauganda. 11 to 15, it is called Kishore Avastha. 16 to 20, it is called Kumar Avastha, youth. So children should be taught what is Dharman, what is Dharma, what is Bhagavan, what is Bhakti. Up to the age of 5, who will be children with whom? Mother more or father? Mother. The mother is the one who teaches us how to talk, how to walk, how to do everything, and also she is the one who tells us who is our father. The mother doesn't say who is father, do we know? No. So mother, that's why Vedas also tell us who is our eternal father, Krishna. That's why Vedas we call Veda Pita, we don't say Veda Mata. So mothers, and therefore scripture says mothers are the first guru. But nowadays mothers, they don't know what is what. That's the biggest problem in the age of Kali. Otherwise, they hold still that respect. You can see here, just because instruction given by mother that go to the forest, the mother is elevated, that's a Suniti, well-behaved. And she went, believing in mother's instruction, that we will find Lord Vishnu in forest. And with that firm faith, he went to the forest. Narada Maharshi met. Then where are you going? No, I'm searching for Vishnu. What, you are small boy, why you want to search Vishnu? Oh, my mother, stepmother insulted me like that. Why? If you want to sit on the throne of your lap of your father, you must perform austerities for Vishnu. When he is pleased with you and give benediction, ask him to take birth from my womb. Then only you will be qualified to sit on the lap of your father. Otherwise, no. So yesterday I said, she was thinking her womb superior to even Lord Vishnu. That is the extreme end of the false ego. So when he was going, Narada Maharshi asked him, why you are feeling so bad of the insult given by your mother, stepmother? Nadhunapavamanam te sammanam vapi putraga lachagrama kumarasya saktasya kridanadishu kumarasya. Now you are small little boy, it is the time for you to play around. What is insult and admiration for you? Children have nothing to do with it. You chastise them, they will cry, after that again come and play. They don't feel it. That's why I said, you are only a little boy whose attachment to the sports, other privileges. Why you are so affected by the words of insulting your mother? Vikalpe vidyamanepi naya santosha evata pumso mohruto bhinna yalloke nija karma bhi. If you feel that your sense of honor has been insulted, you still have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of dissatisfaction is another feature of the illusory energy. Every living entity is controlled by previous actions, very important. And therefore, there are different varieties of life for enjoying or suffering. Even somebody insults us, we should not take that he is the cause of that insult. Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada gives an example. Last time I said it. There was Brahman had a small child, son. One day the child crawling went out of his house in the courtyard. He was just going. A snake was going through. The child went in front of the snake. Snake bit him, he died. Brahmana was very powerful, recited mantra, summoned the snake to come. Snake came and said, I will kill you. Snake said, why? What wrong I did it? Why I want to kill? You killed my son. No, so I did. But you killed you. Why did you bite? No, I was going on my way. Your son came in front of me. Anyone come in front of me, that is my nature to protect myself. I bite it. If I come in your house, then you can say blame me. But I am on my way. So your son, it is your son who came in front of me. So who is responsible? The snake said that it is the time, Kala Purush, the time factor which brought your son. When I was going on my way, the time Kala Purush brought your son in front of me. The Brahman said, you go. Then he recited mantras, summoned Kala Purush, personification of time. He said, I am going to curse you. But he cannot kill the Kala Purush. So he said, I will curse you. Kala Purush said, what did I do? Why you want to curse me? When my son was playing, you made my son to come in front of the snake. You are responsible for the death of my son. Kala Purush said, no. Nothing to do with me. Only my duty is to arrange according to whatever the karma the living entity did in the previous life. This life, I arrange the things to happen, result of those karmas. And the karma was that your son supposed to die with the snake bite. I arranged it. Therefore, I am not at fault. So who is fault? Our own karma. In our life, what we get, happiness, distress, anything happening, we don't have to blame anyone but ourselves. That's why Lord Brahma says to Krishna, Tattenu kampam susamikchamano bhunjana evatna krutam vipakam Rudvagvapurvhi vidadha namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhag. While offering the prayers to Krishna in the 14th chapter, 8th verse, 10th canto, he said that those devotees, even undergoing all tribulations in the life, understanding that is the all anukampa, that is very important, the devotional life, bhakti, whether we get happiness, we are happy. But even distress comes, it should be taken as the anukampa of Radha Radhana. We should not blame others because of him it happened to me. No, he just became cause. Actually, the cause of the disturbance or difficulties or distress is our own karma, what we did in the previous life. He was becoming just a scapegoat. So, not blaming anyone for his disturbance or distress, taking as your mercy, anukampa, then the devotees who engage, continue to serve your lotus feet, while living in this material world, they are qualified to go back home. Tattenu kampam susamichamano bhunjana evatna kritam vipakam. Undergoing all the difficulties of the life, but Sudvakvapurvhi, who engage in service by mind, thought and walk, body, then they are qualified to go back. That going back to Vaikuntha becomes their right. Means they are liberated while in this body. So here is that the demigods are there, but demigods also servants of the Lord. Now all the demigods are situated in the higher plant system. They will have come down. Yesterday we were talking that no demigod, except Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, no demigod can go back to Vaikuntha from their position. The upper plant system, lower plant system is there to undergo, enjoy the result of activities we do in this human body on this earth planet. Out of 400,000 varieties of human life species, very few are there in this earth planet. And these living entities on the earth planet, human beings, are the most fortunate. Because whatever we do, activity in this life, in this human body, to enjoy the result of these activities, we have the other 13 planetary systems. Above other, the 6 heavenly planet system, upper planet system. Bhuvarloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Tapoloka, Janloka, Brahmaloka, then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala, Patala. These 7 lower planet systems. 13 planetary systems are there in the universe just to enjoy the result of activities done by the living entity in this world, human body. If we surrender to the Supreme Lord, engage devotional service as you all are doing, yes, going back to Vaikuntha as Srila Prabhupada is guaranteed. And Krishna also said. In the Nectar of Instructions, Srila Prabhupada writes that the devotional service is a continual process. Once we take up, Lord will ensure that we complete that 100%. The moment we complete 100%, Lord will, okay, now you can come back to me. Even if you want to live, Lord won't live. No, you have to complete. When you started, you finish it. Okay. That's why Srila Prabhupada writes the purport that it is a continuous process. It is. Okay. So, the devotional service being the continuous process, at the same time, the demigods are also there, they are also servants of the Lord. They help us also, they see our mind, are we serving for the pleasure of the Lord or are we serving for our pleasure? That's it. If we are serving for our pleasure, desiring some, Srila Prabhupada writes that some of people join my movement with some motives. When the desires are fulfilled, they left the mind. It means they are coming with some material desires. Desires are fulfilled, they go back. But those who are firmly situated in devotional service, they will be continuing the devotional service, they get their results. So what is our desire? It is there. Demigods are there, they are also devotees of the Lord. They want to serve the Lord, but at the same time, they also put hindrance, become hindrance in the path of devotional service. Also they can give benediction. At Dhruva Maharaj we can see when he was fighting with Yakshas on the advent of Savandhu Manu, he stopped fighting, controlled his anger. Immediately Kubera, treasurer of the demigods, appeared. He said, very difficult to control the anger, but you controlled it. I am very much pleased with you. Ask for any benediction. Dhruva already got benediction from Lord Hari that after 36,000 years enjoying this material life will come back to my abode. But still, see, a devotee never proud, oh, I already get benediction. What benediction you give? No, he said, no. Please bless me to have the eternal devotional service to lotus feet of Krishna. And Kubera given benediction, tathastha. Here important is that, as he said here, demigods situated there in the hearts, they are eternally watching. In the body of the Supreme Lord, demigods are situated, Virat Purusha, in each body of each and every living entities, all demigods situated through their energies. We have the strength in our hands and shoulders. Who is the energy? Indra. Indra is the shoulders of each and every. By his potency, we are able to do the hard work. So, Kshatriyas, that's why always worship Indra. When they go to war, they worship Durga also to become victorious. The mind. There are two aspects in there. One is the spiritual energy is also there. God is also in our hearts through his energies, and demigods also. Demigod in charge of the mind, who? Manaso Chandrama Jayate. Moon god is in charge of the mind. Okay. But the spiritually it is Aniruddha. Krishna's expression Aniruddha is there. Intelligence, we have the intelligence which we call Prajna. Presiding deity of intelligence is Lord Brahma. But at the same time spiritually, Pradyumna is in charge of. I am giving the both why, because it's not only that demigods are controlling our body movements, everything, our life energy, it is the spiritual energy is also there who is supervising all activities of the demigods. Okay. We all know Super Soul is the Vasudeva Tattva, Krishna, and false ego, the material way, material universe, our false ego, we all got subject egoism. And presiding deity is Lord Shiva. If you want to get out of the false ego in the material world, we can worship Lord Shiva. Please bless me to purify my ego. Or worship Lord Sankarshan, who is the presiding deity of the ego. That's why Lord Shiva always meditating upon Sankarshan Bhagavan. Okay. Sankarshan is non-different from Krishna, but is the expansion, that particular function does it. So all the demigods are there. If you are desiring some material desires, we worship the Lord. They can cause obstacles. But if we all are worshipping the Lord, performing austerities with the desire for the mercy of the Lord, just for His pleasure, same demigods can also assist us move forward. So it depends upon what is our desire for that severe austerities. Here Dhruva Maharaj wanted to perform austerity just to get some material benefit. The second aspect is that in Bhagavatam says, when one is elevated to spiritual world by any living entity, as planet is elevated to spiritual world, while he is moving, the soul is traveling through this material universe to Vaikuntha. As you are crossing each planetary system, all the demigods in the planetary system, they come and give the farewell to you very happily. At least one is going. They are envious at the same time. They are very pleased that some living entity is traveling. And they come up to the point of the Brahmalok. After that, they can't cross this material universe. Outwardly, yes. They say, bye-bye. Now you can go alone. They are happy at the same time. They become unhappy also. They want to test. Really, sincerely want to go back to my Lord, abode of our Lord, Krishna. Just like the Durga also is blissful, blessed the devotee to get eternal association of the Lord also. At the same time, she can also become very obstacle on the path of bhakti. Because she is the best servant of Sushti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga Ichchana Rupamapi Yasya Cheshtate Sa Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Durga is such a great devotee. For the creation, maintenance, and annihilation in the three aspects, she is always going behind Krishna like a shadow. Why? Always accompanying Krishna like shadow. Ichchanu Rupam api yasya. What my Lord want to do. Just like we are serving Guru Maharaj. If you are sincerely serving Guru, you know what my Guru Maharaj wanted. And before Guru Maharaj can tell you, you will act accordingly. Then they are called first class disciples. When Guru says something, we do second class disciples. When Guru says do, still we don't do, we are but for nothing, third class devotees. So Durga is first class devotee. What my Lord Icchan Rupam Apayas, what my Lord desired to do, he didn't express, and Durga is to accomplish all the tasks. She is a great devotee. But if she sees that we are firmly determined to serve the Lord, she will help us. We don't have any material desires. But if I am serving the Lord with some material motives or desires, then she becomes an obstacle on the path. Okay. So, here important devotional service we are doing for the pleasure of the Lord, undergoing all difficulties also. But that should be taken as the mercy of Krishna. Here, the demigods are envious. Why? Because here the important point is in the beginning I said, the 8th chapter of the 4th canto says, you are going to the forest to perform austerities with a material desire. If you have only desire that I want to serve my Lord in the kingdom of God, Vaikuntha, Golok Vrindavan, I don't want any material desire, then demigods will not stay away. Because when we are performing austerities with some material desires, demigods are also afraid. Oh, maybe you want to become Indra. Indra is always afraid of anybody performing austerities. Even Narada Maharshi also performed austerities. Many times. Once after a few years when he performed after Vishnu Puran, the story comes up. Then, if you know that Agni Dev came and tried to disturb, he could not. He was defeated. Agni Dev went back. Vayu Dev also came. Varuna Dev, all the three demigods tried their best to disturb his austerities, but they all fell gone. After completing few years, then he thought that I became Jitendriya. I controlled my senses. Huh? Because Varuna Dev, Agni Dev, Vayu Dev all came and tried to disturb me. I could not. Vayu Dev plays very important role. Srila Prabhupada also said that we can't blink our eyes without the mercy of the Vayu demigods. All that, how many airs we got in our body? 5 main airs. Then there are 5 secondary airs are there. Our life energy, entire body is controlled, movements, everything controlled by this Vayudeva. In the Padma Purana story comes Mandhata, one of the great king in the Raghuvansha. He had the beautiful daughters, many daughters. One day they were in the forest, very, very beautiful daughters. And Vayudeva God, having seen their beauty, was become very affected. I want to marry you. I want your association. He wanted to show to enjoyment. The princess said, no, we are daughters of Mandhata, emperor. How can you spoil our tradition? No. They rejected. When they rejected, Vayudeva became very angry. Immediately he made withdraw the heirs. All the so handsome, beautiful ladies, and because of Vayudeva became angry, they become more than worse than the Astavakra. Bending here and there, unable to walk his street, all the beauty gone. When they came, father could not recognize them. What happened? Then other sages felt it. They revealed what happened. Then other sages said, no, they cannot be rectified by anyone. Only when you get married to that particular sage, who is the son of Lord Brahma, he is powerful enough to override the curse. So what I am trying to say is that if Vayudeva become angry, we won't be able to talk. We are blinking the eyes because the particular Vayu, what is the name of that Vayu? The 5 years are given, Bhagavad Gita also it mentions, different years are controlling our body movements. So different, in the same way, Agni Dev become angry, we can't even digest anything. We won't be able to see the form. Agni Dev is a form. Because of the Agni, our eyes are able to see the form also. We are able to digest it. All the demigods are essential, but when you serve the Lord, they become an obstacle on path of devotional service. But if you are firmly situated that we don't want any material desires from the Krishna, but we want only mercy to serve him. Not even Vaikuntha, but I want to serve, nothing else. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us. We don't want liberation. Mama janmani janmanishwar bhavata bhakti rahiti ki tvai. Then the same demigods can be, they will bless us. Oh, he is such a person, just want to serve, not to master over anything. Here the point is that Srila Prabhupada also writes, if you perform any austerity, some material desires, demigods also afraid that, oh, you want to take over my position. Now as you can see, if somebody president of the country, they do everything in such a way that they will stick to that post. They don't want to leave it. You know many cases. It's everywhere that is the case. The heavenly planet also, the demigods, they don't want to lose their power. They can become an obstacle on the path of the devotional service, but if you are pure devotional service, they can become a benediction also. It is a fact that demigods control different activities. So why he was thinking, this point is coming yesterday, a couple of you were not here. When Lord Krishna appeared to Dhruva, Krishna asked him, We are just 5 years. Why you want? No, I want to talk to you. Why you want to talk to you? Normally, just give benediction and go. But he said, no, I want to talk to you. And what is the question? First he was just looking at. 5 years boy, looking at the beautiful form of the Lord, he doesn't know what to say even. Then Lord out of causeless mercy in the previous chapter says that, Lord out of causeless mercy took his conch shell, touched the forehead of Dhruva. Because of the touch of the Lord by the conch shell, he got all material contamination gone, got the transcendental knowledge. Wonderful prayers. In the same chapter you can see how Rama offered the praise to Lord. Offering the prayers, then he kept quiet. I want nothing. Lord says, but you perform this activity with some desire. Huh? So Lord knows what is our desire. Here important that when you do devotional service also, our desire should be for the pleasure of Radha Krishna. La Prabhupada, many purports, again I will stress, we do every activity for the pleasure of Radha Krishna Gaur Nitai. We don't do the service for our pleasure. Devotional service is not a pleasure. You have to get up in the morning. You want morning time, it is good to sleep, is it? Morning 3 o'clock, you get better sleep than any other time. Even winter, summer also we want to put bed sheet or blanket. But for the pleasure of the Lord, we get up. This is tapasya. The Prabhupada writes in 5th canto, 5th chapter, 1st verse, purport, right? Getting up in the morning, attending Mangalarti, fasting on Ekadashi, Janmashtami, Ramanami. If we can do this one, it is tapasya, austerities for us in days of Kali. And we are doing the austerities only. Just for the pleasure. I do the austerities for my pleasure, then it is a problem. La Prabhupada again, many times he writes that we should do every activity for the pleasure of the Lord. And because I don't have any desire other than to please the Lord, I don't take birth. Each and every desire is the cause of our repeated birth and death cycle. Anapecham, nirapecham, munim shantim, nirvairam, samadarshanam. Lord Krishna said to those, the one who serve me without nirapecham, no desire at all. Only desire is, you want to make me happy. That person, shanti, very peaceful. Never, you will not invest to anyone. He is equal to anyone. For such a devotee, anuvrajamiham nityam puyetanga. I go behind such a devotee always. Why? I want to take the dust from the feet of such a devotee. How much credit Lord gives to the devotee who serves the Lord without any desire but to please the Lord. Lord says in the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam that anuvrajami, I always go behind him. I want to take the dust which can purify the entire universe. Such a devotee, because such pure devotees become non-different from Krishna. But he doesn't feel that I am Krishna. It's such a purified body, material body, but his body is purified body. No more material contamination. Just like I gave example many times. If you iron rod, you can play around, bend it, is iron contaminated. But when you keep with the fire, when it becomes red hot, can you say it is iron I can play with? It will burn your hands, is it? No. Though it is material contaminated, but because constant association with the fire, they acquired all the qualities of fire. It is not different from fire. In the same way, devotees also in the material body, when they continuously engage in the service of the Lord, they acquire all the qualities of the Lord. Though still in the material body, not different from the spiritual body. Because at that what condition? That condition at the time will be no personal ambitions at all. Fifth verse of the Nectar of Instruction, read it. What is the first class Uttama devotee means? There give the definition. So when the pure devotee, Uttama, first class devotee, it doesn't have any material motives but just for the pleasure of the Lord. So demigods can become obstacles